Morgan, and I am a certified group fitness instructor for Penn State Campus Recreation Fitness and Wellness. So we know that this might be a challenging time for everyone, adjusting to new environments and new routines, and the main thing on our mind might be keeping up with all of our deadlines for school or work, but it's super important to remember that one of the best things that we can do for ourselves during this time is to make sure that we're taking care of our physical and mental well-being. So that's why we'll be releasing a bunch of different workout videos that you can do in the comfort of your own home. Today I'll be doing a little bit of a yoga flow workout focusing on concentration and tuning back into your body. All you'll need is comfortable clothes to move around in and a nice open space. You don't even really need a mat. You can use a towel, or if you have carpet anywhere, just make sure you're being aware of your surroundings, and if you are using any equipment, that you're cleaning it all off right afterwards. Make sure that you're listening to your body during this workout, so if you have to modify, feel free to do that, and if you feel any pain, shortness of breath, dizziness, definitely stop what you're doing, just take a little bit of a break. But feel free to cue your favorite playlist. You can find different yoga and meditation playlists on pretty much any streaming service, but with that, we will go ahead and get started. All right, so go ahead and make your way over to your mat. If you're not using a mat, just make sure you have some space in front of you. So if you are using a mat or a towel, stand towards the back of it and just get yourself nice and set. So feet shoulder width apart, nice strong stance here. Go ahead and roll those shoulders back behind you. Nice deep breaths here. And just relax your body and your mind in this moment. Maybe starting to bring that awareness into your breath here. Nice deep breaths in and exhaling out nice and slow. So inhale, opening up that chest, feeling it expand and widen, and slowly releasing everything. Nice deep breath in, and exhale, slowly start to drop one ear down to one shoulder. Inhale slowly back up to center, and exhale down towards the other side, feeling that space along the opposite side of your neck, back to center, and we'll repeat it again on each side. So relaxing those shoulders, still breathing nice and deep. Inhale back to center, exhale down. This time we're going to start to roll our neck to each side, just crossing through the center here. Feeling our head get nice and heavy, and slowly rolling it back. Last time here. And slowly start to draw that neck back to center. We're going to start to take some shoulder rolls back behind our body, each time making them a little bit bigger. So starting to lift up those elbows, reaching those arms up overhead. Nice and wide here, taking our time. So inhale, reaching forward and up, exhaling down and away. Reach forward, exhale down. Thinking about squeezing those shoulder blades as you reach behind you. Really opening up that chest. Last one here, go ahead, relax those shoulders down and away. And then inhale, reach those arms up overhead. Exhale, reach out in front of you just halfway. Back is parallel with the ground. And rise back tall. Inhale. And exhale, first forward fold of the day. Find that space in your legs. We'll inhale, lift halfway, and then exhale, find that ground once again. Go ahead, inhale, rise all the way up. Reach those arms up overhead. Gaze goes up. And exhale, forward fold back down. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, start to bend those knees, walk your hands into a plank, keep those hips steady, shoulders stack over those wrists, nice flat back, engage that core here. Nice deep breaths, find that firm foundation. And then exhale, shoot those hips up behind you. So into our first down dog here, start to pedal out those heels if you want to sway your hips side to side, really pressing that chest down towards the ground. We're going to start to walk our feet up towards our hand, back to that forward fold. Nice deep stretch here. And then go ahead, lift halfway, back to forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, reach up. And then exhale, back down into that forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant those hands on the ground. We're going to start to walk those feet back into that plank. So again, find that steadiness, engage that core, and then shoot those hips up behind you, back to that down dog. We're going to walk those hands back towards our feet and then rise up halfway. Forward fold. And then lift up, reach those arms up overhead, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Last time. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant those hands on the ground. Walk your way back into that plank. Our core stays tight. Nice deep breath here. Exhale, send those hips behind you, down dog. You can pedal out those heels, whatever feels good. And then go ahead, step or walk your feet up towards your hands into forward fold here. Slowly lift halfway, lower back down. Inhale, rise up, reach up, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant those hands on the ground. We're gonna step or hop our feet back into plank. And then from here, we're gonna lower our knees down towards the mat, still keeping that flat back. Elbows stay close to our sides as we lower down nice and slow all the way down towards the mat. You can place your hands a little bit forward and then gently press into the mat. Low cobra here, slightly warming up the spine, lower back down. Nice deep breath. And this time option, open up all the way, so straightening those arms a little bit more. And once again, lower down. This time option to take that cobra or to go into up dog, so lifting everything up off the mat except for our hands and the tops of our feet. Gaze goes up. And then curl those toes under, shoot those hips back behind you, back to our down dog. Nice deep breath, stretch it on out. Step or hop your feet back to that forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold down. And then rise it on up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And plant those hands into the mat. Step or hop your feet down. Lower down slow, glide forward into up dog or cobra. And exhale, shoot those hips back behind you into down dog. So starting to speed things up here. Go ahead, step or hop those feet forward. And rise it on up, reach tall. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, sink those hips down behind you, arms come up overhead into chair. Exhale, back to that forward fold. Plant those hands into the mat, step your feet back to plank. Lower down, flow through that vinyasa, up dog or cobra. Shoot those hips back behind you, back to our down dog here. Bend those knees slightly, gaze comes forward, step or hop those feet to forward fold here. Inhale, halfway lift and sink those hips back to that chair. Slowly rise on up, back to forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant those hands down and step your feet back to plank. Lower down, gliding forward into up dog or cobra. Inhale and exhale, shoot those hips back behind you, back to down dog. From here, we're gonna raise that right leg up into the sky. Draw that knee up towards your chest, hold here, and then plant that foot in front of you. Back foot curves to a 45-degree angle. Arms reach up tall. Pivot those hips forward. So pressing that left hip forward. Reach tall here. Find that strength, find that alignment. Shoulders stacked over those hips. Option to reach your arms back behind you, clasping those fingers, opening up that chest, gazing up towards the sky. Nice deep breaths. And then reach back tall. We're going to lower down towards the mat, planting our right hand into the ground. Left hand reaches up overhead. Nice deep breaths, gazing towards that hand. And then go ahead, switch sides. So left hand draws down, right hand comes up. Nice little spinal twist here. Warming up that spine. Go ahead, lower both hands down. We're gonna step those feet back towards plank and flow through that vinyasa. Nice deep breaths. Shoot those hips back to down dog. Stretch it on out. This time we're gonna raise that left leg into the sky. Same thing, draw your knee towards your chest, hold here, and then plant that foot between your hands. Back foot curves 45 degrees, reach tall here. Again, keep those hips forward. Find that alignment. And then again, when you're ready, you can reach those hands behind you, clasping those fingers, opening up that chest, gaze towards the sky or the ceiling. Nice deep cleansing breaths here. And then when you're ready, reach those arms back up overhead. Slowly reach those arms out in front of you, plant them onto the ground. And then this time, your left arm stays down, opening up that right hand. Right hand comes down, raising up that left arm. Again, nice spinal twist here. Gazing towards that hand. Bring both hands back towards the mat. Step your feet towards that plank. Lower down, glide forward into up dog or cobra. Exhale, hips to sky. Back to that down dog. Bend those knees down towards the ground. Big toes come together. We're going to shift back into child's pose. Go ahead, stretch out those shoulders. Allow your head to rest on that mat. Nice deep breaths. And then when you're ready, slowly shift your weight forward into tabletop. So shoulders stacked over those wrists, hips over knees, nice flat back. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, slowly draw that chin towards that chest, back curves up towards the sky. And then inhale, lower that belly button towards the ground, gaze goes up. Exhale, chin comes down, spine curves behind. And inhale, gaze comes up towards the sky. Start flowing through these two poses with your own breath. So allowing your breath to control the pace of this movement. Maybe starting to feel that core engage as we flow between these movements, allowing that spine to wake up and energize. Last one here. Get ready to make your way back to that flat spine. So nice neutral position. We're going to curl those toes under, shoot those hips behind you, back to that down dog. And then go ahead, step or hop your feet into forward fold. Stretch it on out here. And then inhale, lift halfway. And then reach all the way up. Exhale, sink those hips back behind you into chair. And then from here, we're going to carefully start to raise that right foot into the air. Step it back into a crescent lunge. Reach tall. And then back foot turns out to a 90-degree angle, arms open up wide to either side of the room. Gaze goes over those front fingertips. So looking forward into our warrior two here, sinking low. We're going to drop that back arm onto that back leg, reach behind you. Nice deep breaths. Stretch it on out here. Find your way back to that warrior two, and then the front arm is going to lower down onto that front leg. Reach that back arm up overhead. Back to warrior two. We'll do that one more time. So back arm lowers behind you. Reach tall overhead. Nice deep breaths. Find your way back to that warrior two stance and lower that front arm. Reach out in front of you. So sinking low in that front leg, thinking about squeezing energy between your heels. Back to that warrior two, we're going to straighten that front knee. Getting ready here, and then reach forward slowly, cartwheel your hands down towards the ground. Nice deep stretch here. And then top arm is going to switch places with that bottom arm. Option to reach your hand back behind your back for a little bit of a deeper stretch. Both hands lower down towards the ground. Step your feet back into plank. And go ahead, flow through that vinyasa, gliding forward, up dog or cobra. And shift those hips behind you, back to that down dog. Get ready to step or hop your feet back to that forward fold. Right away, we're sinking into that chair. This time, get ready to draw that left foot up off the ground. And then step it back into that crescent lunge on the other side. Shoulders stacked over those hips. Nice and tall. Back heel curves out to 90 degrees. Arms reach to opposite sides. Gazing over those front fingertips. Nice deep breaths. Relax those shoulders. And then when you're ready, you can drop that back arm onto that back leg, reaching behind you. Feel that stretch along your side body. Make your way back to that warrior two, switch sides, front arm lowers down, reach that back arm up in front of you. Nice deep breaths here, back to warrior two, one more time, reach behind you. And then go ahead and make your way back to center. Last time, reach out in front. Nice and long. Finding that strength here. Arms come back to center. Reset your body. Nice deep breath in. And then when you're ready, straighten that front leg, reach out in front, lower that right hand down towards the ground. Left arm reaches up overhead. You can gaze towards that top hand, creating one straight line with your arms. And that top hand can come towards the ground. Bottom arm reaches back behind us, so our right arm can rest along our back here. Another little spinal twist. Go ahead, lower both hands back towards the ground, framing that front foot. Step back into plank, lower down slow. into up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Pedal out those heels. And then we're going to shift forward into plank and back to down dog. Nice deep breaths. So shifting forward, find that alignment and send it back. So flowing through these movements with your own breath. Inhale to plank. Exhale, send those hips back behind you. Feeling that core engage as we flow through both of these movements. Last time in that plank here, shoot those hips behind you and go ahead, step or hop those feet forward, forward fold here, and go ahead, sink those hips behind you, reach up back into chair. Nice deep breath in. And then exhale, stand it on up, shake it out. We'll go ahead, inhale, reach those arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. We're going to heel toe our feet wider than the width of that mat. Nice deep stretch. And then go ahead, start to walk your hands over to one side of your body. So nice deep stretch along that one leg. And then go ahead, walk your hands back to center. And go ahead, when you're ready, cross it on over. We'll make our way over to the other side. So whichever side you didn't stretch the first time. Walk your hands back to center. Right hand plants down, left arm opens up. Inhale, reach tall. Gaze goes towards that top arm. Exhale, left hand comes down. Inhale, reach that right arm up overhead. Open up that chest. And we'll repeat that one more time. Right arm plants, left arm opens up. Stretch out that spine. And then go ahead, last time, switch sides. Reach that right arm up overhead. And lower both hands down towards the ground. We're gonna lift on up, rest those hands on those legs. And then reach those arms, stand up tall. Exhale, bring those arms down towards your chest. So into a little goddess squat here. We're gonna bring those hands down towards our knees once again, and then drop that right shoulder down towards the center, gazing up over that left shoulder here. Inhale to center, and exhale, switch sides. Left shoulder drops down to the center. Back to center, and back to that right side. We'll do this 2 more times. Through, back towards the left. Last time here to center, drop that right shoulder. Lift it on up slow, and left shoulder drops down. Go ahead, rise back up to center, reach those arms up overhead, and exhale, forward fold. Last chance to stretch it on out in this position. So you can walk your hands forward or back if that feels good, and then heel toe your feet in just a little bit. We're gonna lower down all the way down, so into a little bit of a yogi squat here, using our elbows to press our legs open. So resting our arms along the inside of our legs, pressing those knees apart. So opening up those hips, opening up those inner thighs. Just focusing in here, relaxing the body. Go ahead, plant those hands back behind you. Lower yourself down towards the mat. So into a seated position. Reach up tall, inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Stretch out the backs of those legs. Release all that tension that we build up throughout the day. Go Go ahead, walk those hands up slowly. Then one more time, inhale those arms up. And exhale down, forward fold. Nice deep breaths. Allow each exhale to lower you down a little bit more. Sink deeper. We'll walk our hands back up, and then we're going to cross our right leg over that left leg. Bend that left knee. That foot plants onto the ground, so into a little bit of a figure four stretch. Pressing that right knee away from our chest here. So stretching out those glutes, opening up those hips. Keeping that chest open. Nice deep breaths. And then we're going to keep our right foot rested on that left leg, but then plant that right foot onto the ground, left leg rests down, twist that spine behind you, pressing that left arm along that right knee to get a deeper stretch in those glutes. Gaze behind that back shoulder. Keeping that chest open, sitting up tall here. And then go ahead, straighten everything back on out. We'll get ready to switch sides. So left leg crosses over that right leg. Plant that right foot onto the ground. You can scoot forward a little bit if that gives you a better stretch. Then relaxing those shoulders away from that head and that neck, keeping that chest open, breathing nice and deep. Once again, we're going to keep that left ankle planted on that right leg, but then lower that left foot onto the ground, and that right leg lowers down next to you, twisting behind. Right elbow presses along that left knee. Gaze goes over that left shoulder. Nice spinal twist here. Again, breathing through, but still sitting up tall, relaxing everything. Nice deep breath. And then when you're ready, we're going to start to draw the bottoms of our feet together. So opening up those hips, you can kind of gently press your knees away from each other. But again, just stretching as much as is comfortable, still sitting up tall, just bending slightly, trying to keep that back as flat as possible. Allowing each exhale to let you sink a little bit deeper into this stretch. And then go ahead, draw your knees into your chest, and we're going to slowly, carefully lower down towards the mat. Hug your knees in, and then grab the bottoms of your feet. We're going to open up into happy baby. So using your hands to press your feet down towards the ground. You can kind of roll to the side if that feels good, rolling out that back. One final stretch here. We're going to hug our knees into our chest for the last time, and then carefully exhale everything down and away from our bodies. So releasing everything down into the ground. So imagining with each exhale, we're releasing a little bit more stress, more tension away from our bodies, away from our minds. Starting to tune that attention away from our physical body and more inward. So maybe starting to focus in on what thoughts are flowing through our mind right now. Maybe not stressing too much about each thought, but just letting them run in and out. Just being mindful of those thoughts here. But taking this time for you, allowing yourself to breathe and relax and just be. Slowly start to bring that awareness back towards our bodies. So when you're ready, you can hug your knees into your chest and then roll up nice and slow into a seated position. We'll take one more nice deep inhale together. Reach those arms up, draw those hands towards your palms, and then slowly lower them down to your chest. Thank you all for sharing this time with me. Namaste. So once again, I'm Morgan with Penn State Campus Recreation, Fitness, and Wellness. Thank you so much for working out with me, and remember to stay healthy and positive and be on the lookout for more home workouts.